Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Exotic, spectacular, colorful, passionate, you name it, it's here. And on the beach, the excitement level is quite good because we've already had 3 Brazilians move through. Well, the spectators on the beach may be interested in this heat, but they're obviously waiting for more Brazilians, but they're going to see a good heat. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Exotic, spectacular, colorful, passionate, you name it, it's here. And on the beach, the excitement level is quite good because we've already had 3 Brazilians move through. Well, the spectators on the beach may be interested in this heat, but they're obviously waiting for more Brazilians, but they're going to see a good heat if they keep an eye to Bede Durbidge and Jeremy Flores, 2 guys with plenty of experience in the lineup. Bede Durbidge, and Bede starts off, gains some speed, and his leg strength is really amazing. Originally from Currumbin, and now living in Currumbin. He grew up, I believe, just above the Gold Coast there in that little secret spot, Stratia.
And looks like a Bede Durbidge finding himself a nice little right. And he spoke of where he's from on Strati, North Stradbroke Island. There's a lot of similarities here with this wave and where he's from. So, you know, but the waves have dropped quite a bit from yesterday. So none of those barrels that we're seeing as much, they kind of been falling away to these guys looking for ramps and big moves.
And here he goes, keeping busy right now. Jeremy Flores out the back with priority. Would this wave be similar to anything at Currumbin? 4 and a 1.50. Here's Jeremy's first wave. Double pump on the bottom turn. Nice hit off the top. This is the hottest surfer going right now. And just punches out through the back. So he might have lost priority right there. Except I believe that Bede jumped on the opposite direction.
Well, you can see there's that frustration again for Jeremy Flores, that wave just closing out, so he couldn't get that second maneuver, but on the backhand, nice whip there from Bede, and the big fella knows how to hit that cherry spot, that little button right there to throw a maximum amount of spray. So, you know, a decent wave there for Bede, and on the right hand, I love this start here, big floater. That wave had a lot of size, but that wave not cooperating for him, just shutting down before he can get his board back up in the lip line, so both those scores will be modest.
Mick Banning can do his deal. Here we go. It is Jeremy Flores on his back and looking at this. One of the cleaner waves we've seen. Nice off the top. Really busts the fins out. Gets hung up just maybe a bit, maybe over a rotation. And keeping it to the inside. Finds another little hit. Can he ride out of it? Jeremy Flores, that was wave number 2. Wave number 1, a 3.10. Bede's been pretty busy. He started with a 4, and his last wave, a 3.67. And Jeremy is basically right in front and calling for the ski assist, which will probably take him back down the beach.
So another repeat here. You know, both these competitors struggling to find a way of just to stay open for them for more than one turn. So nice start for Jeremy. See, pretty aggressive there, but just mistimed it a little bit, a little late there. And then the wave just really shut down. It got frothy, so not much more points on offer other than this first turn, but just a little late, so he had to kind of force his tail up and over. Kind of disconnected for a second with his back foot, but then he re-grips right about there. And so he made the one move, but again, that score's not going to go very high.
We were really peaked when he starts to drop his trowel right there, and we quickly got away. Felipe and those guys changing. A little scene inside the locker room as we watch Bede Durbidge go to town here on his backhand. Durbidge is looking to replace his 3.67, and got to take every opportunity out there because you don't want to be sitting and waiting for a wave.
Yeah, so just a couple of quick snaps for him, but again, that first turn, very clean. He threw a lot of spray, but it's going to be tough for these guys to break through that 5-point mark. You know, they're going to need 2 major moves. And let's see, watch this first snap though, watch the spray. Bang, so really clean for Bede there. I love, he always has impeccable timing, great style, no wasted energy, really clean lines. Doesn't really flail around at all, but just the one move.
And then quickly, I believe we picked up the last of Jeremy's wave, a 4th wave for Jeremy Flores. Flores looking for a 4.20, and right now he's paddling very aggressively, probably trying to get priority.
Well, Jeremy is known to pull off these really crazy kind of club sandwiches is what they're called. There's a couple different names for it, but basically he grabs that outside rail and yanks the board upside down, sort of like fins first towards the beach. It's such a contortion. It's a contorted move.
They're meeting again in round number 3, and that's just because of the seeding process, and all of a sudden hooking into a good one. Got to feel good about that. Jeremy Flores looking for a 4.93.
Yeah, really close heat there, but I tell you what, that may have been the best score so far in this heat. 2 clean big maneuvers, so these guys have been struggling to find just a clean canvas to work on. Maneuver number 2, nice little jam there just to get some speed down the line, and that second turn was the one. So really leaned into it, a little more heavy-footed on that back foot there.
This window, and you're on call, and you got to be on top of it as we take a look at Bede Durbridge now. Bede Durbridge has dropped a second. He needs a 5.58. I don't know if he knows this. Jeremy's last weight, a 6.50. So Bede now starting to go to 10. For Bede, he needs to better his 4.4, and Jeremy now picking up ahead of steam. Can he punch through and get out of this little cover-up?
Wow, I thought he was going to come out of that. He was so close. He traveled for a long, long time in that thing, but you saw all those chandeliers inside that barrel, a lot of whitewash falling from the ceiling, really kind of halting his momentum to make it out of that thing. So such a tricky barrel there for Jeremy. So should be a really small score for him, but it looks like a little flurry right now. The wave's just deciding to cooperate, and you'll see that a lot of times out here where it's kind of funky for 15 minutes and all of a sudden 5 minutes of just perfection. And you know, as soon as Jeremy got that big score, 6.5, you know, just sort of drew first blood, Bede found this wave that stayed open for him. Nice little vertical snap right there for him, so he's going to stay involved. He only needs a 5.58. Watch this tricky little barrel here, just traveled forever. Nice little pig dog stance there, and then that's where that wave really shut down. The whitewash completely closed that barrel up, so no exit for Jeremy. So he almost had 4.10s.
As we take a look at Jeremy Flores, picking up some speed, big wall, and it gets thumpy right here. Goes for the lip, late hit. That was a pretty heavy pounding right there for Jeremy Flores. He did take that wave, Bede didn't get on it. Jeremy Flores with a 9.97, Bede Durbridge with a 9.73, really close heat. What happened?
Well, nice floating maneuver to get down the line, and he's trying to get up there quickly because that wave's closing out, and you can see that lip met him just a little too early.
Bede with priority. This is it now or never. And Bede on this right, and I believe Jeremy's on the backhand, so they split the peak. We watch the surfer that's trying to make it happen. Bede very... I'm probably disappointed with this wave. We're going to make the most of it. Again, you're selling the judges, and a couple of more turns right here for Bede. And all of a sudden, it comes to the inside, takes a little better shape, and what looked like a mediocre wave, he turned into a bit better, didn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's all going to be, if you in fact saw Jeremy split the peak, then let's see exactly what happened. It's going to really force the issue with Bede because he strung together a bunch of maneuvers. So just 2 vertical snaps for Jeremy. I don't see a very large score there at all. That's going to be modest, maybe a 3.5. But Bede, look at this wave here. He strung together, we were just talking about quantity. Nothing really crazy here, no critical moves, but clean surfing, very smooth. And in my eyes, this is going to warrant maybe somewhere up even in a 6-point range. So this could very well, I'm guessing it's going to turn the heat.
So the leader, Jeremy Flores, needs to better a 3.47 to up the ante. Bede Durbridge was specifically looking for a 4.65.
Yeah, beautiful snap there. That was easily the best turn there. You can see clear water right there, and that's where he really tagged that perfect button of the wave.
As we take a look at our 3rd round of competition, heat number 8 coming to a close. And this is anybody's game, but like you said, Bede got plenty of turns in.
Yeah, not quite a buzzer beater. He got about a minute to go, but he's going to enjoy it.
Well, it didn't look like much of a wave, but what he did on it, the judges appreciated his surfing ability. A 7.40. Bede Durbridge. You talk about coming in the last minute of action there. Bede Durbridge looks like he's going to win this one. Don't know if there's one more score to come through, but it is wrapped. And Jeremy right now, I'm not sure if he's going to get that score that's going to come through. I think it's a done deal.
Yeah, it's a done deal for sure. He just had the 2 little backside snaps. So